Welcome again, guys. Now I'm going to show you. Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm going to show you how you can use the AMRAAM missiles. There are powerful missiles. So, as the same in the last tutorial, we're going to use the parent menu and ground crew, rearm and refuel. Here I'm going to add the fuel tank. Here and AMRAAM 120C, and I will select the two missiles. Let me show you here the same. Here I'm going to add the sidewinders, and in here I'm going to remove the pylons. Also here, remove pylon. Here we don't have anything, I think. Let me see. Well, I'm going to select my library. Okay. Yeah, we only have two pylons. I'm going to hide this. Double click here. Now I'm going to put the radar in standby. And check the flaps in half. Well, you need to put in auto, and when you are in the runway, change it to half. I'm going to turn on the lights here and the exterior lights here. Okay. We now have the AMRAAMs, so now call to the ATC in Kutaisi, request taxi. Okay. To the 7. If you remember, you can see the map with F-10, and you can see here the number of the runway. Let me change here. Okay, press the brakes a little and release. Turn to the left. And here, press the brakes and stop. And request takeoff. Okay, request takeoff. Now we can take off. Put in the middle of the runway. Okay, now the last check. Flaps in half. Down the ejection. And here click to the takeoff trim. And another thing, you need to remove the wheel. Let me show you. Here, if you move the rudder, the wheel moves. So you need to disable with one key. In adjust controls is this key, the disengage steering nose wheel. So is the A, or if you have mapping in your HOTAS, just click the HOTAS. So when you click it, the nose wheel disappears, and then when I move the rudder, the wheel don't move it. And we are ready to take off. So press the brakes and the throttle to max with the afterburner, and release the brakes. Here put a little the joystick and up the wheels and the flaps in auto. Okay, now put the radar in operative, and I'm going to turn to the objective. Okay, here we're going to put the air to air, and we need to select the AMRAAM. So in adjust controls, in with this, select AMRAAM with this key, left shift and D, or if you're mapping, just click in the HOTAS. Okay, I'm going to select the AMRAAM. If you see this screen change a little, in here you need to put in auto, and the size is for the size of the objective. We're going to attack a tanker, so I change this to large and this to large. Okay. The last thing is only find our target in the radar. If you don't know how to use it, you can see my last video. I will leave the links. So I will put this in 160 miles, and I will put this in 4 bars, and I have a very large range to scan. I will put the autopilot and the V-alt to maintain the altitude, and the only thing I need to do is find the target in the radar. And this is like the sidewinders. You only need to lock and then shot with the uh, shot key. Just controls this the gun trigger. Second dent, press to shot. The space in keyboard or in your joystick the your trigger. Now only need to wait for the radar. Another thing, when you going to fight, you need to turn off the exterior lights like this. You need to mapping in your here is with right control and L and right shift and L to turn on. So if you are going to fight, just turn off the exterior lights. Well, we only need to wait for the radar. I don't see it because I don't know, it's in front of us. Okay, it's here. So I'm going to turn to the right to center. And I'm going to change this to 40 for a fast refresh. Also, I'm going to down the distance, and with this I can see if they are down the altitude and adjust or radar altitude. So if you can see, they are going down. 19 and maybe 18. So you need to adjust the radar altitude to match with the altitude of your objective. So here and going to center again. $16. $15. I'm going to change the distance to 40, and I will check their altitude. At this point I can see it. It's a very little dot. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a dot right here. Okay, at this point I will go to lock with the enter key. Let me show you again. Use controls. With this key, the throttle designator controller depress, the enter in the keyboard. Use put the yellow selector up and then click in with the enter, and now it's locked. I lost the lock. Maybe it's here. For the altitude range of the radar must be matched with the altitude of the target. So lock it. And when it said in layer, you can shot, but it recommends go a little near until the shot word appears in the hub. Okay. You need change this to ARM. Now it says in lar. Now I can shot, but I will wait to the shot word. You need to put it in the circle.
Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, it's really near now. I'm going to pull the trigger and shot the AMRAAM missile. And as you can see, it's done. My god, I'm very near to the ocean. And that's how you can use the AMRAAM missiles. I hope this tutorial helps someone, and see you the next time.